Thursday, warmer this weekend and severe storms possible Sunday and Monday.
Plus, we break down next Benedict's full autopsy report, what you need to know. And Norman residents pushing for more safety on a deadly state highway. The change Oklahoma families want to see. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bailey Coyle.
And I'm Kaylee Carnine. We begin tonight with surprise spring snow in parts of central Oklahoma.
Now take a look at this. The flurries flying earlier today near downtown Oklahoma City. But back here in Norman, we didn't see that much snow.
OU Nightly meteorologist Christine Gormley is keeping an eye on the colder weather. She joins us now live. Christine, the snow didn't stick around long, did it?
No, it did not. There were some flurries reported in Norman this morning and more flurries in Oklahoma City. And it's crazy because we're almost in April. It's a very late time for us to be seeing this, but the road temperatures were well above freezing, so we didn't see too much problems with that. But here's what we're looking at right now. It's just rain. There's no snow on the radar, no snow ongoing right now in the metro, so not that to worry about. We do have some heavier rain just west of the metro, but later on we're going to be talking about tracking the next storm system, spring, and the Easter forecast.
Thanks, Christine. And today we learn more about Next Benedict's past mental health struggles.
Last month, the 16-year-old non-binary Owasso High School teen got into an altercation with a group of girls at school, then died the following day.
Ireland Fitzer is live in the newsroom with more on those details.
Today, the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office released the full autopsy report on Benedict's death. This comes after an initial autopsy report on March 13th that indicated Benedict's death was ruled as suicide and not as a result from the trauma of the fight. That report listed cause of death as a toxic combination of an antihistamine and an antidepressant. The full report today released adds Benedict had a history of suffering from bipolar disorder, depression, and anxiety. In addition, the report also states handwritten notes suggesting Benedict was self-harming, such as cutting themselves. We reached out to their family lawyers for a comment, and they will not be giving one at this time. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ireland Fitzer.
Thanks, Ireland. A stretch of State Highway 9 near 48th Avenue Southeast is no stranger to deadly collisions. The Community Planning and Transportation meeting is scheduled for tomorrow. And as Spencer Plato explains, family members who have lost loved ones are demanding change.
State Highway 9, or Highway to Heaven on social media, is the site of deadly accidents.
It is a monster of the death trap.
Brittany Murillo lost her sister to a head-on collision back in August. She says the highway is too dangerous to ignore.
What we would like to see done is a barrier placed in the middle for those few miles where people just keep losing their lives senselessly.
Kathleen Thompson's sister also died in a traffic accident here. Thompson grew up familiar with the road, but was unaware of the dangers.
I was dumbfounded. I could not believe that we have a highway that dangerous in the state of Oklahoma, and nothing has been done about it yet.
Murillo started a petition that has over 8,000 signatures for cable barriers, while a Norman council member says he is aware of Highway 9.
I won't be surprised at all if Highway 9 is the #1 contributor to collisions and fatalities in Norman.
Norman is holding a transportation meeting at the end of the month.
We have to be kind, respectful, and vocal. And one way to do that is to sign that change.org petition and share it so that when we show up on the 28th with that, we can say, look at the thousands of people who have signed that.
Reporting for OU Nightly, I'm Spencer Plato.
That meeting is scheduled for tomorrow at 4 p.m. at City Hall. The city of Baltimore now entering day 2 of recovery efforts after Tuesday morning's bridge collapse. Currently, 6 construction workers are still unaccounted for. Today, many Oklahomans are looking back at a similar collapse that killed 14 in 2002.
May 26, 2002, shortly after 8 a.m., part of Interstate 40 collapsed in Webbers Falls, Oklahoma, plunging several cars and trailers into the Arkansas River. The collapse still remains one of the deadliest collapses in American history.
And as we wait to hear more from Baltimore officials, the federal government is responding to the collapse. OU Nightly's John Hornack is following the reaction from the news center.
According to CNN, President Joe Biden has spoken with the Maryland governor and port officials. The White House is warning of a difficult path to recovery. According to U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg, Baltimore has the largest vehicle port in the nation. Buttigieg says while dock workers will be most affected, there could be economic implications throughout the supply chain. And Palestinian health officials report at least 11 people were killed, including an 11-year-old in Israeli airstrikes on Rafah in southern Gaza. Those Israeli airstrikes hit a house where Palestinian families were sheltering. The airstrikes also hit other residential buildings in central Rafah and one in the southern region of the city. A federal appeals court upholds a block on a controversial Texas law at the center of this southern border controversy. The law would allow state officials to arrest and detain people they suspect of entering the country illegally. In a 1-2 vote, the court said the law will continue to be blocked while it considers whether it violates the U.S. Constitution. And in Florida, Disney and Governor Ron DeSantis' allies have reached a settlement. This ends nearly 2 years of litigation over Disney's special tax district. Bailey, Kaylee.
Thanks, John. Now listen to this. Melting polar ice is affecting time itself.
Find out why and how this is even possible when OU Nightly returns.
Also, the solar eclipse is just a couple weeks away.
Yeah, time to break out those solar glasses. Find out the best locations in Oklahoma to watch the eclipse next in Earth Report.
My baby's back from the West Coast.
Here are those pictures that you asked for your school project? First day of school, cute as a button.
So long ago.
Oh, here's Grandma Florence after that flood wiped out the whole neighborhood.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe. And it's the best way to protect that legacy.
Ah, those beans smell heavenly.
Give Mom a little credit.
You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year.
Oh,
Great idea.
At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with the link.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm coming to share with you guys.
Protect your legacy. Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
The Earth's rotation, changing time itself. Emma McAndrews has the details in today's Earth Report.
This means the world will soon need to take a second to coordinate with the Earth's rotation. This may be small, but it could impact computing systems. Seconds have been added over the years, but this is the first time we are taking a second away. The study did say the leap second has been pushed back by 3 years due to global warming, now happening sometime in 2029. The total solar eclipse is less than 2 weeks away, and you won't want to miss it. The solar eclipse on April 8th will last up to 4 minutes and 27 seconds, nearly double how long the Great American Eclipse of 2017 was. The totality will begin at 1:27 p.m. in Texas and end at 3:35 p.m. in Maine. A total of 15 states will see the total eclipse as it makes its move northeast through the United States. Now for us in the state, you will need to travel to southeast Oklahoma for the best view. The state tourism department says the best cities to travel to is Broken Bow and Idabel. Beavers Bend and State Park and Broken Bow Lake are the best scenic locations. The eclipse will begin in Oklahoma at 1:44 p.m. with the final exit from the state at 1:51 p.m. The Great American Eclipse predicts that up to 66,000 people will visit Oklahoma for the eclipse. Kaylee, are you going to be one of them?
Oh, most definitely. I've still got my glasses from the last one. But here in Norman, serving 524 meals a day and offering a place to go when in need, Norman Food and Shelter has gone to social media to bring in community support. Wish List Wednesday is a weekly list posted on their social media. The list is certain donations that the shelter is in need of to fill their shelves. Items this week's list are hygiene products. Things like razors, deodorant, and towels are wanted, and the showers is one of the many services that helps those who struggle to get back on their feet.
Choose between, am I gonna pay rent or am I gonna eat, or how am I gonna be ready for a job interview if I can't bathe?
And donations can be dropped off at the Norman Food and Shelter Monday through Friday, hours between 8 to 4.
And up next on OU Nightly, the local YMCA is celebrating a new milestone today.
When we return, see what life-saving program they added after the break.
And another night of cold air for us tonight and into tomorrow, but warming up tomorrow, and I've got that Easter weekend forecast and some severe weather possible here. I have all those details after this. Stick with us.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Come start time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
For watching OU Nightly, and it was snowing this morning, not much accumulation at all around the metro, but right now here's what it looks like this afternoon. It is raining as it moves. This system is moving across the metro right now, and that is rain right now. There is no snow or flurries or anything of that sort being reported, so just some rain out there, so just definitely use caution as you're driving. But not worried about anything freezing over. We're well above freezing right now. So, but going on into the next several days, we are looking at a change in the pattern. We are going to get a little warmer for your Thursday and your Friday, and also for this weekend, for your Easter weekend, expect warmer temperatures going into Saturday and Sunday, and even a chance for possible severe weather Sunday and Monday. Right now is what's looking the most likeliest time frame. Sunday and Monday could be a multiple day possibility, and we'll have to keep you guys updated here in the next couple of days as we get closer to the weekend. But that is what we are looking at as this low pressure system moves off down and just moves east and gives us potential for severe storms and then cold on the back end of that. But right now it's cloudy. We got that rain right now that we're looking at. We're pointed northwest of the weather center here. The dew point is 30 degrees. We're at 45 right now, and temperatures are in the 40s and 50s across the state. We're feeling like upper 30s and lower 40s. This morning our lows were very low in the 30s and 20s, had a hard freeze in the northwest, and precip was about a half an inch in the last 3 days, and lows tonight going to be in the 30s again. Pretty cool going into tonight, and then we do have a chance for fog for tomorrow morning in the metro, so use caution for tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow we are going to see temperatures warm up into the upper 60s by tomorrow afternoon. Sunshine, winds from the south. So we got that warm air coming in, 60s across the state, upper 60s for your Thursday, and then 70s and 70s for your Easter Sunday, 70s and 78 degrees by 4 p.m. We do have a chance for those severe storms on Sunday, so keep that in mind, and for your Monday. But here's what that 7-day looks like. We're looking at 80 degrees on Saturday and 70s for this weekend. So spring is going to return here just very soon. So just hang on tight. And also make sure that we're weather aware this weekend as well.
Thank goodness.
Yes, I'm really excited to see that 79 on that forecast. I know I don't do the cold, so I'm really excited to see that it's going to start warming up soon.
It's crazy. We go from fog to rain to cold to back to spring.
Absolutely.
Wait 5 minutes and Oklahoma's done.
We really get all 4 seasons in like literally a day.
It's very true.
Yes. Well, thank you. After nearly 2 years of planning, the local YMCA has merged with the Greater Oklahoma City Association. OU Nightly's Liv Wallback covered their celebration today.
From basketball to the swimming pool, the Norman YMCA is excited to celebrate this milestone with the community.
Formerly known as the Cleveland County Family YMCA, the now called Norman YMCA has officially merged with the Greater Oklahoma City Association.
The Y is a really rich history of bringing the community together to improve our overall health. You look at the celebration this morning, I saw a baby in a crib all the way to a senior citizen, and that's the community that we live in. There's something here for everybody.
Each year, the YMCA provides about 11,000 swim lessons. Now, a new program they're launching could save more lives.
Something that we've done specifically because Oklahoma is 4th in the country in childhood drownings, and it is a top leading cause of death in young children. We've created a program we call Safety Around Water. That's a 4-day curriculum that we partner specifically with school districts to bring second graders into our YMCAs and put them through this curriculum that teaches them how to be safe around the water.
In addition to saving lives, the YMCA aims to improve the lives of people of all ages. I had the chance to play pickleball with the athletic director and got his why for the why.
For me personally, I think it's just the overall impact that you can have over a kid's life. As many kids, I still see kids out Walmart or wherever, and they recognize me as the coach.
Reporting from the Norman YMCA, I'm Liv Wallback, OU Nightly.
For more ways to get involved, you can check out the Norman YMCA on their website and their Facebook page.
And OU baseball looked to bounce back after dropping their first Big 12 series against West Virginia last weekend.
OU Nightly's Ryan Smith has that and more coming up in sports.
And OU softball's farewell tour in the Big 12 makes a stop in Lawrence as the Sooners look to stay perfect in conference play. I'll have that and more coming up next in sports.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hello, my name is Ryan Smith, and it's time for sports. OU baseball looked to bounce back against Oral Roberts after dropping their first Big 12 series last weekend. Bottom of the first, runners on first and second. Anthony McKenzie comes through with the RBI single. Sooners up 1-0, and then it's Jackson Nicholas laying down a bunt that'll stay in the hearts of all baseball coaches out there, driving in another run as Skip's squad soars past the Golden Eagles in run rule fashion, 10-0. But pitching it over to the circle, OU softball travels out to Lawrence to try and ground the Jayhawks. The last time Kansas wrangled the Sooners was back on April 2nd, 2016. Guys, I wasn't even in high school yet. First pitch is at 5 p.m. tomorrow night. And serving it over to the court, OU men's tennis senior Alex Martinez made a racket over the weekend, winning his third Big 12 Player of the Week award this season. He secured singles wins against Texas Tech and BYU, along with rallying home a doubles win against the Cougars. But sending it over to the women, OU women's tennis is adding Kara Meshter for their 2024-2025 season. Meshter has climbed up as high as 40th in the ITF junior rankings, and career highs of 1060 for singles and 1422 for doubles in the WTA rankings. The Oklahoma City Thunder traveled out to the Bayou to face off against New Orleans. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here driving to his right and knocking down this tough two on his way to a 24-point night as the Thunder plucked the Pelicans 119-112. And with three players scoring over 24 points for OKC in the win, the versatility showed out in the Big Easy.
We've got different guys that can do different things in all parts of the game, but I thought, Dub has shown an unbelievable ability to control the game down the stretch. It allows us to move Shai around the floor, use him as a screener, use him in different ways, move Chet around the floor, and then, Giddey in transition with the kick-aheads and Dort as a play finisher, screener.
Well, from the Big Easy to the Cream City, the Los Angeles Lakers said it was Bucks season after erasing a 16-point deficit at half to beat Milwaukee in double overtime, 128-124. And former Sooner Austin Reeves had a night, notching his second career triple-double and drilling the tie-breaking triple with 38 seconds left in double OT. Bailey, Kaylee?
Thanks, Ryan. And coming up after the break, an overdue book is finally returned to a Colorado library.
When we return, we'll tell you how long the book was checked out for and how much it racked up in late fees. Stay tuned.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Pumpkin time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
I'm Abigail Franklin with an update on the effort to raise the minimum wage in Oklahoma. The Oklahoma State Chamber and the Oklahoma Farm Bureau have filed for a rehearing on the issue, asking the Oklahoma Supreme Court to, quote, clarify the scope and impact of its decision on the constitutionality of State Question 832. The Oklahoma Supreme Court had ruled earlier this month the state question can get on the ballot if 92,000 signatures are collected. Bailey, Kaylee.
Thanks so much for that update, Abigail. We'll be sure to keep you updated as we get more information. Now listen to this one. One book just made it home after being checked out for 13 years from Riverside Library in Colorado. Luckily for the longtime reader, Riverside stopped charging late fees.
I mean, better late than never, Bailey. This book checked out in 1987 when Ronald Reagan was president, guys. This would have over $1,300 in late fees. The library has no way of tracking down who the mystery reader is. I mean, I had a book out for a year one time. That was the worst I had.
I can't say that I've ever had a late book, but...
Well, let's just go get over to the weather. I think there's some late rain coming in. Christine?
That's right. There's some rain moving in through the area. Nothing to get too worried about, just some rain moving into Norman, so get that rain jacket out if you're about to head anywhere. We've also got another kind of cluster of some rain just starting to kind of get stronger as it moves towards the area. So that's just some heavy rain to look forward to in the next several minutes here. So definitely get that rain jacket out. But right now it feels like winter. Tomorrow it's going to start feeling like spring, and it's going to start feeling like spring for the next several days with that severe weather possible on Sunday and Monday.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bailey Coyle.
And I'm Kaylee Carnine. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Something is not going to work. It's going to be 45 minutes getting the signal from the spacecraft saying help back to the Earth, us looking at that data, scratching our heads, figuring out what's wrong, figuring out what to do to correct it, and then it would be another 45 minutes getting a signal back to the spacecraft, and an hour and a half later, it's too late to do anything. There was nothing we could do except twiddle our thumbs and sweat and chew antacids.
And unlike Voyager encounters, there would be no images to see in real time. The most the overflow crowd of guests could expect would be to know they would be the first to hear of Galileo's success or failure.
Everybody really wanted to find out as soon as possible whether the probe had worked. The mission design people actually figured out a way to get one bit back. We were all waiting for one ping.
The Galileo orbiter is a mere 1.5
Jupiter radii away from the planet and has just reached its closest approach.
Galileo was kind of an odd event in that we were used to this giant picture show with Voyager. And because of the antenna problems we had on Galileo, we knew it was going to be very, very restricted. We had all these people there to host, and we had to kind of fill in, give them something.
Okay, anything going on at the MSA yet?